again for joining the Dinner Table Project. My name is Charis Calden. I'm the Lakewood Family Resource Center coordinator, and tonight we have Miss Caitlin Smith and her niece Sadie Alcorn here to do a scrumptious meal that I frankly have never heard of, but it's called cheeseburger pasta. Definitely sounds yummy. I also would like to remind you that this program is sponsored by Lakewood and Cecilia Valley Family Resource Center, the Kentucky Extension Office, of which we are able to use the kitchen area for this program, and Communicare Regional Prevention Center, who provided this unplugged box. I encourage you, if you have not already received a box, to contact myself at 270-862-4516 if you're at Lakewood Elementary, or you could call Cecilia Valley, Donna Propes, at 270-862-3287, extension 5604, and we'll make sure that you get this box. The idea of the box is for you to at least one day a week have your family, this means teenagers, elementary school, your spouse, your partner, and yourself, to put all of your electronic devices in this box and unplug at least one dinner time a week. By doing so, this box also has on the back conversational pieces that will help you in having and starting a conversation with your family. And these are also not one-word answer questions. I'll give you an example. Sadie, what makes someone a good friend?
When you're nice to other people.
When you're nice to other people. And I could sit back and I can ask Miss Caitlin here, let's see, describe your perfect day.
Out on the farm with the sun shining.
I can actually vision that, so that's very nice. And we could go on and on about that conversation throughout the evening. So I thank you again, and without any further ado, I will turn it over to Miss Smith and Miss Alcorn.
Hey, I'm Caitlin Smith, and this is my niece, Sadie Alcorn. What are we making tonight, Sadie? It is
Cheeseburger pasta.
So we are going to start by putting our cell phones in the unplugged box that was provided by the Family Table Project. And we are going to get started on our pasta. So this is a pretty easy recipe. It's pretty quick. You can serve it right out of the pan. You can use stuff that you will probably already have in your pantry. If not, you can use some substitutions for some of the ingredients. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to start boiling our pasta because that takes the longest. So we use penne, you can use macaroni or whatever kind of pasta you have around. We need 1.5 cups of pasta. All right, tell me when.
Good.
Okay. If you want to use more, that's fine. 1.5 is what's recommended. All right.
I'm good done for this.
So be careful leaning over the oven. We don't have this front burner on yet, so she doesn't have to worry about burning herself. Go ahead and put the pasta in.
In what?
In the water. So our water's already boiling. There you go. Good job. All right, so we need to let that boil for about 8 minutes. Now that that is done, we need to cut up half of an onion. You can use 1/4 of an onion, you can use a whole onion if you really like onion. We are going to brown that with the hamburger when we're done cutting it up. So I'm going to cut this, Sadie.
I like onions, but I like the small ones.
Yeah.
And hamburgers.
But it's fine when it's cooked in stuff, right?
You don't taste it.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and do about half of the onion. We just want to chop it. You don't have to chop it too tiny. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in our skillet. Skillet's not on yet, which is fine. We'll go ahead and turn it on while we are unwrapping our hamburger. So you want that on medium or medium high since we're gonna be browning the hamburger. I'm actually gonna open the hamburger over here so it's not on the same cutting board as the pickles that we're gonna cut later. And then what do you do after you touch raw meat, Sadie?
You wash your hands because raw meat is not good to put in your mouth.
Right. All right,
And
so there's...
even if you don't put your fingers in your mouth after you touch raw meat, it's gonna get on the other food when you touch the other food.
Right. All right, so I washed my hands. I also washed off our knife since I used it to open the hamburger. So we have our burner on. So I'm gonna mash up the hamburger to brown it.
That's the hamburger. Oh, I hope this is gonna be so tasty.
I bet it will be. All right, so while we're waiting on the hamburger to start browning, we're gonna chop up pickles. So if you like pickles, you can use more pickles. If you don't like pickles, you can leave them out completely. You can use pickle relish if you don't wanna cut up pickles.
I love pickles.
We'll do 2 pickles then, okay?
2 pickles.
2 pickles. And these are just kosher dill spears. You can use dusty dill or whatever you have.
Sounds like it's really cooking.
Yeah, it's starting. You can chop these up little or big. The good thing about chopping them up big is if somebody decides that they don't like pickles, it makes it easier to pick them out.
I smell it all and that makes me hungry.
Yeah, does it smell good?
Yes, that makes me so hungry right now.
Well, it won't be long and it'll be done. We have 2 minutes left on the pasta. All right, so we strained and rinsed the hamburger. Before that, our pasta was done. It boiled for about 8 minutes. We drained it and just put it back in the pot so we could use the same colander for the hamburger. One thing to note for the kids, if you have pots like this that don't have the covered handles, you need to make sure that they don't accidentally reach out and grab them out of habit without a towel because the handles will get hot. So I'm gonna pour the pasta in there. Can you move the spatula, Sadie?
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's going to grab. Well,
All right, can you scrape the pasta out? Make sure you only touch the towel.
sticking to the bowl.
Do you want me to help? I think you got it. Watch your hand, don't touch it. Here, I'll get the rest of it. Good job.
Yeah, it's stuck.
Good job. All right. Can you hold the towel up for me? Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you, Sadie.
Now we're gonna stir it all together.
Not quite yet.
Are we gonna put the pickles in now?
Yes. So we had turned the burner off while we stepped away from the stove. We're gonna turn it back on. We're gonna turn it on medium. So we have our hamburger and our onions and our pasta in here. So now, like Sadie said, we're gonna put the pickles in.
Pickles. I love pickles. They're delicious.
You want one?
Yes, I want to. It's just the kind of pickles I like.
Dill pickles. All right. So we got the pickles in.
The other pickles I don't like.
We have 1 can of diced tomatoes. This is kind of like Rotel. You can get the Italian ones if you want it to have kind of an Italian flavor. You can just get plain ones if you want. Just any kind of chopped tomato.
Can I dump the tomatoes in?
Of course.
Yeah.
So we're not going to drain those. There's going to be a little bit of juice, and that's okay. Did you get them all?
Oh, there's only one stuck at the edge.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, so we've got our pickles and our tomatoes. The next thing we're gonna add is our ketchup and our mustard. We want a 1/4 cup of each.
Don't put so much mustard in because I don't really like mustard.
Okay. Yeah, and you can adjust to your taste. If you want less mustard, that's fine. If you want more mustard, that's fine too. If you're using ketchup or mustard that's either new or you haven't used in a while, make sure you shake it up or you're just gonna get the juice at first. So we've got a 1/4 cup. It's making noise, isn't it?
That's a lot of mustard.
It is a lot of mustard, but it's gonna be the sauce for our pasta. All right, so yeah, like Sadie said, you can use more or less mustard depending on if you like mustard or not. So we've got that. Whoops. I've got mustard all over me now, Sadie.
Well, when it's mixed in, it kind of smells really good with the mustard.
Mm-hmm. All right, same amount of ketchup, or you can do more ketchup or less ketchup. It's up to you, but I'm using a 1/4 cup.
I love ketchup. It's delicious. The ketchup kind of looks yellowy, reddish because we used it. Same thing.
We'll use the same measuring cup.
Mustard.
All right.
Oh, it smells so good and looks so good.
Do you want to start mixing?
Yes.
All right. So your other seasonings are steak seasoning. We've got steak and burger seasoning. If you don't have steak seasoning, you can use a mixture of salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, just whatever seasonings you have on hand. It doesn't have to be steak seasoning.
Oh, this looks so good. This looks so delicious and smells so delicious. I wish that stuff would get on everything. Yeah, it's kind of good.
All right, so I'm going to use a tablespoon of the steak seasoning.
Yummy seasoning.
And then we also have seasoned salt.
That sounds good.
And again, if you don't have seasoned salt, you can use regular salt. It's whatever you have.
Seasoned salt.
But I'm going to use about 1/2 tablespoon of seasoned salt.
That looks so good.
All right, stir, stir, stir. You want me to help you?
It's getting a bit hard because there's so much stuff in the pan.
Yeah, the skillet's full, isn't it? Yeah, let me stir for a little bit. Does it smell like a cheeseburger?
A delicious cheeseburger with noodles in it.
So I've turned it up just a little bit. So once you get it mixed up, you want it to simmer. There's not a lot of liquid in there, but you will hear it start bubbling. You want to let it bubble for 2 or 3 minutes until most of the liquid's gone and the sauce is thickened up and stuck to the pasta.
There's stuff on the
We're just-
stove.
Yeah, we're going to have to clean up after we're done, aren't we?
Yeah, is that a 1 or a 7? I can't tell.
That's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah. Our burner's on 7. So I don't know if you all can hear, but it has started bubbling, even though you can see there's not a whole lot of liquid in there. What's in there is kind of bubbling and simmering. That'll just reduce down and the pasta will start soaking stuff in.
I'm gonna eat everything right now.
You gotta wait, we haven't even put the cheese in yet.
What cheese?
Yes, cheese.
Is it gonna be stringy in it? Is it gonna be stringy?
It's gonna be melty.
Melty? I really like melty cheese.
You like pizza, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
but I don't eat the stringy pizza.
I think all pizza's stringy.
No.
I think all pizza's stringy. So Sadie, while we're waiting, what is one thing you do not know how to do, but you wish you did?
I don't know how to tie my shoes, but I wish I do because at school I was wearing shoes that the little black ones you got me that have glitter on them, and I
Yes.
kept untying, and I couldn't tie them. So I'd ask my teacher like 2 times to tie them, and then she double knotted them so they wouldn't get untied.
So it would stay tied.
Yeah,
I bet you'll learn to tie your shoes soon.
it's hard. Like
It is.
Miss Astro, my other teacher, she put 2 hoops and then put 1 hoop under it. But I tried doing that and it just ended up looking like a big crazy knot.
Yeah, that's not how I tie my shoes, but there's different ways you can do
I
it.
tried to untie it. I got it untied, but I had no idea how to do it, if that's the right way.
Why'd you untie it if you can't tie it back?
I couldn't untie. I tied it, but it was just in a big thing. It wasn't tied.
Okay.
It was just like in a tie. It was a big knot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had
Not
to
in a bow?
Yeah, not in the bow. Is it done already? It smells so good. I want
Couple
to
more
eat it.
minutes. You can see we still have some juice. We want the juice to go away.
Okay. What are we gonna put it in to make it a casserole?
It's not a
I
casserole.
mean, not a casserole. What are we gonna put it in to make it a pasta?
It is a pasta. That's pasta. Yeah, this is pasta. So we're going to wait 1 more minute. You're going to answer 1 more question.
One more question.
Yeah. If you could give 1 gift to everyone in the world, what would it be?
That's a hard one. I don't know.
You don't know? What's something you like to give people?
My costume, I like to give to my best friends money, cause like there was one girl in my class named Trinity, and she likes to give people stuff, and she gave me money.
You've never given me money.
She gave me money, so I liked the money, so I gave it to my best friends, so they had money.
You've never given me money.
I had no more money,
Okay.
cause I gave it all to my best friend.
That's
at
very
my
generous
class.
of you.
I gave it to Drea, Logan, Abbott, and Summer. Those are 4 people. I only have 4 pieces of money.
4 pieces of money?
4 pieces of money, 4 people I gave it to.
All right, so most of the sauce is gone, and you can see what's left has gotten thick.
Yummy.
So now we can go ahead and we can turn our burner off.
Is it almost time to eat it?
Almost.
It smells so good.
Almost. So we have shredded cheese. We have mild cheddar. You can use whatever kind of cheese. You can use pepper jack if you want it to be spicier. You take however much cheese your heart tells you.
I take a bunch of cheese.
This much cheese.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And you just put it on top, and then with the burner off, you stir it in, and it'll go ahead and melt where the food is hot. You don't need the burner on because you don't want to scorch it. We'll do a little more cheese.
More cheese. Yummy.
So once the cheese is in there, you mix it around.
Turn the burner off.
The burner's off.
Okay.
That's still red because it's telling you even though the burner's off, it hasn't cooled down yet, so you don't burn yourself.
Mix the cheese in. Mix the cheese in. Flip and twist. Flip and twist. Oh, the cheese is hard to mix with all the stuff in it.
Do you need my help?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Ooh, the cheese
Yeah,
is
the skillet's
melting good. The cheese is melting in.
Yep. So you can see just where the food is hot, even with the burner off, the cheese is already starting to melt.
Cheese. Oh, wait, look. It smells so good.
I made a mess.
There's a lot of stuff on it.
All right, so that's it. Once you have it mixed up and your cheese is melted, you can put green onions on it if you want. We're not going to do that. We're not fans of green onions. You can eat it straight from the skillet, or you can put it in a separate dish if you would like to take it to the table. But that is it. That is our cheeseburger pasta recipe.
I thought I drink. Yeah, I'm thirsty.
You want to drink with your pasta?
I'm thirsty.
Okay. You ready to eat and drink?
Yes,
All right.
I'm very thirsty.
Tell them thank you for watching Sadie's cooking show.
Thank you for watching Sadie's Cooking Show.
Oh my goodness, that looks so good, and it smells really good. I know you're not able to smell it right now, but if you're making this at home, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And for volunteering your time tonight, Miss Sadie and Miss Smith, we're going to give you a book, and the Extension Office has offered and provides a lot of goodies in there. We've got some measuring cups, inside a strainer, and a brush, I guess for whatever, vegetable peeler, and then a measuring device that you can measure things with. And the book is provided for by our Title I funds, and this is for families that come and participate in this program and volunteer their time to cook their delicious recipes. Ms. Donna, is there anything you'd like to add?
We just want to thank your family for sharing that great recipe with us. We certainly appreciate the Hardin County Extension Office for letting us use their beautiful kitchen again tonight. And we appreciate all our community partners. This program would not be available without their support. So thank you so much. Tonight we have a very special guest with us, Ethan Ryan and his mom Jen, and they're going to be sharing one of their favorite desserts that they make with their family. It is grape salad. So thanks again for joining us, and enjoy the recipe brought by Jen Ryan and her son Ethan.
Hello everybody, my name is Ethan Ryan and this is my mama Jen Ryan.
What are we making today, E?
Today we're making grape salad dessert. Mama, tell me what's in this delicious dish.
So in our house, we're always on the go. So we need something that's gonna be quick and easy. So hopefully this is quick and easy. So Ethan, what do we do first?
First, we take the grapes and we wash them.
Okay, so we've already done that.
We gotta wash the grapes. We don't want germs.
Right,
on our grapes.
no germs. No germs. All right, now what?
Then we put in the sour cream and the
Cream cheese
cream cheese
and the
vanilla
and the sugar.
sugar.
All right, so we've already mixed what did we mix? The sour cream and the cream cheese?
Yes.
All right, so that we could maybe save some time. You want to do this?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Oh, yeah, let me help.
It's hard.
All right.
That's hard. It's like,
Yeah.
It looks like ice cream.
All right, so we have those. And then we're going to add our sugar. Sugar, ready? Put some of that in there. Your job. And then you want to mix.
Yep. Now, if it gets too hard using your hands or like those plastic ones, you can use a mixer.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. So
man, gotta put your back into it.
you got to put your back into it. That's right.
Man, this is hard.
All right, let me do it.
You gotta get back.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to keep mixing, but we're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Ready? All right. And go. Dump.
Ew.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like ice cream.
Yeah.
Like kind of looks like, oh. Like that.
Yep, okay. Yep, and still stirring. Right. You want to do it? Go ahead.
That's a little loose.
Yeah.
Will we get to taste
The finished product? Sure.
We've had this before. It tastes delicious.
Yeah. It's pretty quick, though, too. It's easier with a mixer, you think?
I have a question for you, Mama.
Okay.
If you could do one thing that you can do but you're afraid of, what would it be?
Something I'm afraid of?
What would you want to do but you were afraid of?
That's a good question. I think probably something with heights. So like skydiving maybe, but I'm afraid.
I really expected that to go on another track. Hold a ginormous python.
Oh yes, because I'm afraid of snakes. All right, so now that we're pretty good in mix, what are we gonna do?
We are going to pour it over our grape.
You wanna do it? Ooh.
Oh, it smells so good like cake batter.
It does kind of smell like cake batter. Good. All right, here. Good job. All right, now let me do some. Who's the best cook in our house, Ethan?
Dad.
You are right.
Mama usually just buys. Why? I usually play, Dad cooks.
Yep, Daddy is the cook.
We have our whole life planned out. Cook, buy, play.
Yeah? I'll just tell him all about it, E. Oh.
But my mom is afraid of snakes, as you know. So, but I have a pet snake.
Just not in our house.
Yes, it's at my Mama's and Papa's, and we named him Snowball.
Yep, because what kind of snake is he?
He's a snow-sickle corn snake.
Mm-hmm, snow-sickle corn snake.
Albino.
Okay, all right, so here we go. Now what are we going to do?
Now we're gonna mix, but
And-
you don't want a mixer because that will get very slimy. All the skin, you'll bite into a piece of skin without the juiciness. So we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that.
So you want to use
You can do that. Start on up, son.
what you got.
Yeah.
You think it will be easier with the plastic one?
Huh? With this?
Yeah, use that.
I don't think it'll be easier. Here.
This one.
What do we get? We got to make sure we get a good coating, right?
Yeah, gotta make sure you get that good coating.
Mm-hmm. We probably need more grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Well, it'll be super sweet though, right?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, this is not a healthy recipe, right?
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Like
It'll be
sugar.
thick.
I love it. I wish I could marry it, but it's unhealthy.
Not with you. Ethan wants his own YouTube channel too. Has some subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now what are we gonna do?
Now what we're gonna do is put it in.
Oh, wait, you skipped a step. What do we put on top?
We put on the brown sugar.
The brown sugar. And you can put pecans on it. We're not gonna do that because Ethan doesn't like any. All right, go ahead. Sprinkle. You just sprinkle it to taste.
Do you think we should try it? Like try the brown sugar?
No, we're not gonna eat the brown sugar straight out the bowl.
I don't know what brown sugar tastes like.
It's good. Again, not good for you, probably.
It looks like kinetic sand.
It does look like kinetic sand.
It feels like.
All right, and once we've done that, then what do we do, Ethan?
Then we pop it. We pop it in the fridge, and then you are done.
All right. Good job, dude. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Ethan and Mom Jen. We really appreciate you coming to be part of our family dinner table project. You did an awesome job, and I know our families are going to love your dessert. And thanks again, and here is you a gift. You can have a new strainer to cook in. Ooh. You have a new recipe book that you can help
you.
Mom make. Yes, a new cookbook, and you can enjoy cooking with your family. Thanks again, Ethan and Miss Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you.